Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Out in the Hamptons. We're fast and furious today here at LTV, and it is an honor to have as my guest on this episode, Josh Gladstone. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Mike, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you on your 8th episode.
All in the family, folks. We're talking to the creative director of LTV. How's that going?
It's great. I'm really happy to be on this team. I feel thrilled that Mike Clark, the executive director, invited me on board to help realize the vision of bringing Studio 3. Very active with programming.
Yes.
Which it's been,
Mhm.
but he's got a lot on his plate, so he couldn't handle it all. So he said, how about a little help?
And you're bringing your expertise from Guildhall and your past experiences
Thank you, yeah.
into the mix, I would say. And it's Studio 3?
Studio 3.
That's the big one.
That's our big space right next door.
Folks who have no idea, state of the art right here in the Hamptons, community access. Tell us a little bit about the vision.
Yeah, so, LTV was founded 30 plus years ago
Yeah.
by Fraser, and the vision was, Fraser Doherty, the vision was to be full service for the community of the East End,
Right.
East Hampton, Southampton, to provide access to broadcast and media services. And LTV has been doing that beautifully for decades.
Yeah.
Just before the pandemic, they brought Michael Clark in as the executive director, and then the pandemic hit. And everything changed, the nature of doing business. And I think Michael realized that there's a way to expand LTV's profile by making it that much more available to people to do their own projects. We now have a podcast studio.
Yes, I've seen that.
Which is terrific. You can come in and run a podcast there.
Yeah.
We have the continued cable access programming, like for producers like yourself, that are shown on channel 20 and 22.
That's right, thank you.
We have Studio 3, which is this gorgeous, flexible black box space, and I've known it for years. I've done other projects here, and I've seen work here. And
How big would you say it is?
it's what is it? It's like 75 feet by maybe 50 feet across, I think is what it is. It's a pretty good room, and the ceiling heights are
High ceilings.
maybe 40 feet ceilings.
Amazing space.
Very flexible. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of it. And so Michael worked with Sebastian Paczynski, who's one of the great lighting designers on the East End.
Mhm.
They put in a new grid filled with LED state-of-the-art lights. We got a new sound console and lighting console. Michael invested in modular platform staging, so you can now take Studio 3 and configure it as a proscenium
I
stage,
love that. Wow.
bleachers in the back, as a theater in the round, a 3/4 thrust. And we've got 150 to 300 capacity, depending on how you configure the space. So there's a lot you can do with that.
As they say, if you build it, they shall come.
They shall come.
And they have.
I hope so. That Michael said, he and Ellen and a small full-time regular staff are expanding. And Michael said, can you come in January? This was January of 23, and just help create a handful of programs that use Studio 3 and engage the community
Right.
in a new way. And I said, I'd be happy to.
Let's talk about some of those programs.
Sure.
You had a successful music series this past summer.
Yes, we did. We did a few, actually.
Oh, you did a few.
If you have time, I'll get
Let's
into
talk
all.
about a couple.
Sure.
We're going to be fast and furious today.
Fast and furious.
Quick 30 minutes.
Well, the Hamptons Festival of Music, I need to mention first and
Okay.
foremost. That is a terrific new classical music presenting organization that is now completed its second year. And I knew them because before the pandemic, they came to Guildhall and they wanted to use that space, and everything shut down. But they have 43 musicians that they need to accommodate, which is more than we can put on any stage out here on the East End,
Right.
but it fits at LTV.
Nice.
So they did 2 years ago, they did their first presentation, and then they did one this last September, and it's growing. They brought me on 2 years ago, and that was when Michael said, you should talk to Gladstone and have him help you with production management.
Yeah.
And then we came out and we did the second year this year, and it's growing and growing. So that'll be back in September of 24. And we also, Michael said, can we do we have this great piano that was donated to us. It's a Yamaha
Oh, geez.
Baby Grand.
Who donated it?
It was donated by a musician. Oh my God, I should know this. I'm blanking on the tip
Oh,
of
no,
my
that's
head.
gonna put you on the
Put
spot.
me on the spot. No, that's okay. He's a great musician. He does a lot with
Billy
bass
Joel.
three. Not Billy Joel. It's gonna come to me. But anyway,
Okay.
he donated a very nice, a fine instrument. And so we said, Michael said, what can we do now that we have this terrific piano? And he had two ideas that we wanted to implement. One was a Monday night small piano series show,
Mhm.
which is like recitals, intimate room.
Yeah.
We've now rebranded it as the tiny room shows.
Yeah.
And it can be a singer songwriter, it can be a piano player, it can be a trio. And we did a lot of those over the course of the summer. And then on Tuesday nights, complementing that, since we have the piano set up,
Yeah.
we started an American Songbook Then and Now series, which you were asking about.
That's the
It's
one I
that's-
came across on their fabulous website, folks. LTV has a website.
Yes,
Calendar.
LTVEH.org.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a threesome, a piano, lead singer, and a bass, I think.
Yeah, that was Jane Hasty and Peter Martin Weiss and Darcy, who were one of our, I think we did 5 or 6 acts this summer.
Yeah, that was one of them.
They did like a tribute night to Ella Fitzgerald, and it was great.
Who else better to represent songbook? Yeah. Ella
Were
Fitzgerald.
you there? Did you catch
No,
it?
I
Oh,
was
you saw
busy
it.
working my day job over at the Maidstone Club,
Oh,
60-hour
okay.
weeks, but
Oh, God.
I know. But I have more time now, and I
Yay.
think I'm going tonight. There's actually, you have other things going on of youth.
Yes.
A play with very young actors. Shout out to that play. That's Dear Edwina Jr. Is that right?
Yeah, Dear Edwina Jr.
Yeah.
South Fork Performing Arts.
South Fork Performing Arts. Shout out to you and to the lead actress Lily Trees-Lease. That's my second cousin. Hello.
Woohoo!
Yay.
That's great. I've seen them rehearsing here all week. They sound good. There's a lot of kids, great
Yeah.
choreography. They do a terrific job and have been, that was one of the groups that Michael invited in to use Studio 3, and they've really taken that baton and they're
So I
marching.
love the variety that's you're producing in Studio 3 and the fact that you can really play with the lights to create that atmosphere for
Yes.
the intimate performances, and then the bigger ones you would certainly have a different experience.
It's such a flexible space. I'll
Yeah.
give you an example. We just did the Neopolitical Cowgirls is my wife Kate Muth's theater company, and I helped
I love it.
co-direct.
Oh my God.
It was a great show. It's called The Dreamer. It had run off Broadway.
Yeah.
Then we did it at Longhouse Outside. Then we bought it to Studio 3. And because of the flexibility of Studio 3, we're able to spread out and do the performance all over, both on the floor, on the stage, immersive, all around the audience. And Sebastian was able to come up with some terrific projection design and
Oh,
created
nice.
some state-of-the-art
Wow.
lighting looks. The audio was great. Hudson Wolk is our audio technician and lighting technician in Studio 3. We've got a staff now that's really crackerjack. They're learning the equipment. They know the equipment.
Only in the Hamptons, folks, that you're going to get this level, I feel like.
Well, it's we're a resource. The
Yeah.
LTV is a resource for the community. So,
Absolutely.
we had the Songbook series was major New York cabaret artists like Mark Nadler came in, and Anna Bergman came in, and just at the Christine Andreas and Marty Silvestri. I don't know if you know them. Terrific artists. So that's coming back. We had such a wonderful season and the audiences really responded to it. So that'll be back this summer.
Well, congratulations on the success of
Thank
this,
you.
and all in a short period, really, right after coming out of the tail end of that COVID.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
No,
and doom, 2 years or 3 years.
it was a rough couple of years
It was.
for the industry. Yeah.
I mean, for everyone. I was a full-time DJ almost in California. Well, I grew up here, but I was in San Francisco at the time. Doors closed right away. First thing to close was like I worked on the cruise ship, so it was like no more cruises.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're past that now. I wanted to talk about what's going on at LTV in Studio 3 during the holiday seasons, since we're so decked out here.
Oh.
Here, have a
Yay.
present.
Thank you so much, Mike. Well, Santa. We are doing 2 screenings coming up in the first week or second week of December. It's December 10th.
Yeah.
Is a screening of a brand new independent film, which just won the narrative Screenplay Award up at the New Hampshire Film Festival. It's called Merry Good Enough. and it stars some terrific young actors who we've had a pleasure of working with here on the East End. We actually had them here this summer as part of our Playwrights Theater of East Hampton, which is a series that we're doing here.
And when does that begin?
That is ongoing.
Ongoing.
This summer, they bought us a play called Stupid Effing Bird. I'll watch my language since we're on. Stupid Effing Bird, and it was starring Sawyer Spielberg and Ray Levine Spielberg,
Okay.
who are from the Spielberg family. That's Stephen and Kate Capshaw's son and daughter-in-law.
Oh,
And
wow, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
Not far. They're both excellent actors. I've worked with them as a director, and this is their labor of love, Mary Good Enough. It's a really good holiday film about a completely dysfunctional family that returns to the family home in upstate New York for a holiday.
I love it.
And there's a lot of craziness that ensues, but ultimately it's a real connected and feel-good and contemporary film.
And this is in Studio 3.
This is Studio 3. We have a pretty great digital projection and audio system.
So
for
here's
film.
an example where you're going to now manipulate the space to make it an experience as a visual.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have cafe tables. We have beer and wine sponsors, so you can come and get a VIP table,
Yes.
sit back, have a glass of wine, watch a film in a comfortable,
Is that
intimate
included in the
environment.
ticket?
It is included
Oh my-
in the VIP ticket.
Grab those tickets, folks. Go online right now.
That's right. And a great way to unwind on an evening.
Yeah.
And then also to meet the talent and the filmmakers.
Oh, so there's an opportunity afterwards.
Dan Kennedy, Carolyn Keene are the
That's the best part.
co-directors.
Yeah.
Sawyer and Ray and some of the other actors
Yeah.
will introduce the film, and then they'll do a Q&A afterwards,
Yeah.
and then everybody can have a glass of festive cheer,
Yes.
raise a glass
Yeah,
to the
some
holidays.
spiked eggnog.
Ooh.
Well, that is a night of entertainment. You don't want to miss that. And again, you just go to the website to maybe
Yes.
secure some tickets.
Tickets are available right now,
They are.
LTV. And then the week after that, on the 16th of December, we have, this is new for LTV, and it's real exciting. One of our board members is Minerva Perez, and she is the executive director of OLA, Latina for the East End Services. And she's very interested in cultural programming in addition to social services.
Yeah.
So she brought us the idea of doing a Spanish language film for kids, The Polar Express.
Oh, in
with
English, in
subtitles.
Spanish.
In Spanish,
Yeah.
English subtitles.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Colombian Santa here. They're gonna have Spanish Christmas carols. Kids can come in their pajamas, blankets, pillows, sprawl out on the stage, watch the film on the big screen, have some snacks and carols. There's a present donation, a Toys for Tots going on with it. And it's free, but
Yeah.
we suggest reservations, and this is a matinee.
I
on the
love
16th.
that idea. As you know, the East End, the population of the Latin community keeps growing.
Yes.
And so I think that'll appeal to all those youngsters. Come on down.
We just put it on the web 2 days ago, and we got 50 kids already signed up.
Yeah, that's a fun event.
So,
Some
it's
free
gonna be great.
giveaways, maybe?
Yeah, some giveaways, some music, the film itself, Santa, and LTV is excited to be a resource for the entire community. We want people to know
That is
whether
your
it's-
model.
Absolutely, that's our mission.
Yeah, your
And
mission
whether
statement.
it's to connect with the Latin community, we have an event coming up with the Shinnecock community later
That'll be
this year.
interesting. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so last year, working with Gnu Benton, who was on staff here, he's a filmmaker, Ojibwa, who lived on the Shinnecock reservation, but he brought in Kayla Looking Horse, who's a fashion designer from the Shinnecock Nation, and she brought in a fashion show. It was a runway show. There was also food, crafts, a market.
Very
It
cool.
was great. And we're doing it again, even though GNU has moved out to the Midwest. We're excited to be partnering with the Shinnecock, and we're looking forward to having again
Yeah.
a fashion show.
Again,
runway
reconfiguring
show,
Studio
music
3.
performance,
Yeah.
Studio 3,
Like runway,
a runway down the center of it.
LED
And-
runway.
Yeah. And we may also partner with Neopolitical Cowgirls is doing a project with a giant puppet that comes from the Shinnecock mythology. It's a character, and they have this whole dance and cultural program, and that may be one of the places we present. It might be in LTV as well.
Yeah.
So
And
there's a lot of interesting
for that
stuff
event, instead of wine and beer, you'll have a cannabis stand. Since they're in the news.
That's
Yeah.
right. They have their new smoke
Cannabis
shop.
shack,
that's
smoke
right.
shack.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I love it. And did you see the pictures of it? It's so like state of the art.
I have seen the pictures of it. Yes, it looks great.
Very
But-
modern. In San
Michael
Francisco.
Weisskopf, by the way, just came to me. That's the musician
With the
who
piano.
donated the piano, yeah.
Say one more
From the,
time.
Michael Weisskopf and
Okay.
the Complete Unknowns is his band.
Oh,
They
very
have like a Dylan tribute band, but
Dylan
it was
tribute.
very good of him to give this instrument to us.
What kind of
Well,
piano was it?
It's a Yamaha Baby Grand. It's a nice instrument.
It's a
We've
nice
had a lot of
instrument,
people
yeah.
come and play who have said, "Oh, this is all right.
Okay.
This makes you guys."
It passes the
Yeah, it passes the
benchmark.
test for some
Yeah.
of these guys.
Wow, super exciting. So just to reiterate, so this season, this November, December, you have the film series.
Yes.
And then is there anything, oh, and the Latin Panda Express, is it called?
Yes, Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Polar Express is a great place for egg rolls.
Yes,
Um,
that's right there on Panago Road. That's
Terrific.
exactly right.
That's right. Well, no, we've got it's momentarily quiet. We have these 2 screenings coming up, but we just are in talks now with the Jewish Center of the Hamptons. I actually have a call with Cantor Deborah on Monday where they're talking about doing a fundraising event here in like December 11th or 12th. So
Yeah.
that's pending. Check out.
Mhm.
We just did a film screening of a new film documentary called I Am Judith, which is about Judy Sleed, who's a producer like yourself.
Oh,
She's done 100
I know her
shows.
from years ago. Hey, Judy. Yeah, she had me on as a guest
Oh,
many,
yeah,
many
nice.
decades ago.
Well,
Yeah.
this was a celebration of her life. She's in her 90s. God bless
Is
her.
she? Oh my
She
God.
is, and she's a survivor of the Holocaust. And they made a beautiful. Christiane Arbescu made a beautiful film about her. So
Yeah.
we screened that here, and the Jewish Center came, and they said, "Oh, maybe we should do a concert here." And I said, "Yeah, please do." And that's the great thing about LTV
love
is
to
that
see that one.
as people are coming and getting a sense, we have the Hangar. Almost forgot.
Yes.
The Hangar is coming up next week, the 25th
big
or the
party.
26th. Big party. It's the second presentation of the Hangar, which has got, like yourself, 6 DJs.
Yeah,
playing.
younger DJs. I think Kai is one of them, I want to say.
That's right.
Yeah, and folks, you got to come out and dance
Esli
to your drop.
Escobar and Zach Minskoff.
Yeah.
It's a great lineup. And that's right. It's a dance, beer party, beer and wine again.
Is it like a rave with lasers?
Yeah, I think so. The lighting is terrific.
Yeah.
They've done a beautiful job on that.
The Hangar, I'm going to have to check that out.
The
That
Hangar.
sounds really
so
fun.
what a variety of things
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
LTV. What a pleasure to be here.
Well, speaking of homegrown talent, I want to bring in Jody Gambino now. Jody, where are you? Can you join us, please? We want to talk about all of the tech folks have their own side gigs or main gigs going on.
Very
and here-
talented crew.
Welcome. How's it going there?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Mr. Gambino, related to the Gambino family?
I am actually.
Yeah.
It was my grandfather's cousins were some of the leaders of the mafia.
Yeah.
So.
Do you get Christmas cards?
No, I'm not supposed to.
We can't talk
Yes.
on film that's going out to the public anything more. If you don't hear from me next week, that's I've said too much. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about your band. What is the name of your band?
My band is JOTHROSA. It's Jody, Tommy, Roger, and Sam. JOTHROSA. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And Josh, do you play an instrument in that band?
No, I haven't been asked. Yeah.
Not
He
yet.
can play the triangle for us.
Oh,
Thank you.
the bells. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Do you play an instrument?
I am very bad at the saxophone and other instruments that I,
Yeah.
gave up years ago, but thank you.
Sax is
You're
cool
welcome.
though.
Really?
What
Okay,
is
I'll bring it into the office.
Yeah.
what is your instrument? Are you the lead singer or do you play?
I sing and play guitar. Yeah.
What kind of guitar?
I play a Telecaster, Fender Telecaster.
Is it
But
electrified?
yeah, I play like a bluesy, kind of jazzy style.
Yeah. So that's kind of what your band's known for, like a jazzy blues or rock?
It's
How would you
leaning
describe it?
more towards like progressive rock and like
Cool.
prog rock. Yeah.
Who are some of your influences?
We like
growing
the
up?
Mars Volta a lot. If you guys have ever heard of that band.
I have to be honest, I have not, but who are they?
They're honestly they're kind of older now, but they came out in the early 2000s. They're from
Right.
Texas, and they have this sound that's kind of like no one else. It's real intergalactic rock.
Oh, Intergalactic. I've never heard that
Yeah.
description. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
So
check them out.
We love the Mars Volta and At the Drive-In. That's another band we like a lot.
So how many folks are in your band?
There's 4 altogether.
So you've got the electric guitar, drums, and bass, and
Keyboard player.
keyboard. Yeah.
He's really talented. Tommy Price.
Do you have like go-go dancers in the back?
I mean, we're not opposed to it.
Oh, okay.
but yeah.
Just putting it out there if anyone wants to contact Jody. Where's the best place for folks go to learn more about your?
We
your
have a
band?
GoDaddy website, so it's jothrosa.godaddysites.com, I believe.
Mhm.
And we're playing tonight 11/17/23 at Ashawagh Hall, 6 p.m. for
Nice.
Heim's art show.
Yeah, that's in Springs.
It's in
at
Springs,
Ashawagh
yeah.
Hall.
Yeah.
Great venue, classic place, been around forever.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a show coming up here?
I'm gonna be in the Hangar show as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm opening the night.
As a band?
No, DJing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so play some records,
Oh,
some
that's
hip hop records.
Like vinyl, or do you?
Yeah, we'll
oh,
do some vinyl.
so you have, yeah, what do you lean towards when you DJ?
It's instrumental hip hop usually.
Oh, okay.
So
Like from the 90s or?
no, it's actually newer. It's kind of like it kind of takes a lot of the sounds from house music and electronic music and just converts them to hip hop.
Are you a fan of 50 Cent?
You know what's really funny is I couldn't stand him when he came out, and
I heard some laughter.
over the years I've learned to love him more.
Yeah.
I actually packed his batteries in his microphone when he performed at Surf Lodge, and then I left. I didn't stay for the performance, but
Oh, very cool. I love some of his bass lines.
yeah.
Blow the Whistle. So I'll actually, as a DJ, take Blow the Whistle, sample that for like 8 bars of that, and just like
Nice.
go to town with just
Nice,
that.
nice.
Can do anything with that bass line's amazing. Can rap over it yourself.
Yeah.
So you guys, there's so many. The Hamptons, of course, world renowned and attractive to so many different classes and cultures. Do like celebrities like randomly come into your spaces, and anybody come to mind recently that stands out?
Yeah, I would say we get some interesting people here. I mean, they had Beyonce rented the Studio 3 to do a shoot. That was maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right, yeah,
Right?
because I had a guest on this show here, Cynthia Daniels, and she's a recording engineer,
Yeah,
and
Monk
she had
Music.
Beyonce, actually, they were recording together for one of her albums
Nice.
in Springs. She has a state-of-the-art
She
studio.
has a really nice studio.
Isn't this place amazing? Like state-of-the-art studio in Springs.
I ran into Rev Run on my lunch break in the pizza place, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's Run DMC right there." And then I ran into Nathan Lane walking his dog by CVS, and I just pretending not to know who he was, just, "Can I pet your dog?" And I'm petting him, and they look up. And,
Has
"Are
anyone?
you an actor?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm an actor." "Were you in Mousetrap?"
just make sure you look really familiar. Do people just stop by here, like celebrities, to say hi, or?
We've had Blythe Danner was here to see Ray and Sawyer's play this summer. We just did a play reading here that was not public, but it was a private developmental reading. Alec Baldwin had a piece that
Does
he
he
was
still
interested
live
in
out
reading.
here? I feel.
He does.
He
He
does,
has.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Steven Spielberg used to live out here, right on
They
West
have
End
a
Road.
house in Georgica. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in the estate
I used to
section.
work for the Rosses when I was in high school,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he used to be a regular guest. I met him, and I'm surprised he's not coming for the filming, the
You
showing.
never know. He may
might show
come
up.
if he's in town. He may come and see the kids film
Yeah, that
screening.
would be
You
cool.
don't know.
Yeah.
It was
support-
one of our shows. The host sent a message to Steven Spielberg every time she shot her show.
Oh.
Said, "If you're watching, if you're listening, we're here."
Yeah.
So
Come on.
maybe they'll get across to him.
That would be great. I love that. So just to recap, your band is tonight, folks, right here at Ashawagh Hall. Do you have to buy a ticket in advance, or can you
No,
show?
it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some dancing, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna try to improvise an entire set. So we're gonna play for 2 hours, just off the top of the head. So
Nice.
should
And
be
there's
good.
an event here too for people who are into plays. It's
Yes. South Fork Performing Arts.
South
Dear
Fork.
Edwina Jr. It's a wonderful cast of local
in
kids.
Studio 3,
Yes.
the infamous
The
Studio
infamous
3.
Studio 3.
Tickets still available, I'm assuming. I hope so, because I haven't bought mine yet. But
I think you can get them I think you can get them on the South Fork Performing Arts website.
Yeah.
I think you may have a link through the LTVEH website.
I think so,
And you
yeah.
can probably buy them
At the door.
I
They'll
don't wanna
squeeze
speak out of
another
turn, but
person
yeah, I'm
in
sure they
somewhere.
will.
Standing room only.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're going to be wrapping up in a minute. But thank you. We've got the creative director here, and what I love about all you tech guys is that each of you have events going on. So just to recap, we've got Kai in the background doing DJing.
Fly Kai.
Tonight? Is it tonight?
He's playing tonight.
Everyone's got a gig.
At Talk House at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who else? What else are those cats doing back there?
Ashley Escobar is gonna be part of the Hangar. Zach Minskoff is gonna be part of the Hangar.
Yeah.
Zach's got a production company that he and Ryan Zwick are running in partnership, in tandem out of LTV, and they're doing amazing work together.
Yeah.
Hudson, I mean, that's one of the great things of Carlos Garcia just returned to us and is an actor and a director and a producer, and there's a good young crew here.
Yeah,
Jason
feels
Howard
nice.
is doing remarkable work on broadcast.
Talent
Yeah.
is bubbling over everywhere you turn. Michael Clark, I mean, God, have we come a long way? Remember when he had the shop on North Main Street
Yeah.
and doing acoustic performances in the little space in the front?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I sabotaged that whole thing. I came in with a what's that electric space thing? That box,
The
Theremin.
You came in a Theremin.
And it was
open mic.
acoustic, and I'm like, wow, wow.
That's
People were like
awesome.
looking at me like they wanted to kill me, and I like didn't get it. I'm so
Bring your theremin back to Studio 3.
I'm so
Bring your
sorry, Mike,
Theremin.
that ever happened. I live with the guilt of that for now at this age. All right, well, that's it on that note. Thank you for joining us today out in the Hamptons, another episode. I'm your host, Michael Jefferies, and we want to see you back. Leave some comments on YouTube and on LTV. Thank you, LTV, and thanks again, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yay. So